Colin Cowherd predicts the Minnesota Vikings to have a massive season. What's up, guys, and welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate, a show for the fans by a fan. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe and that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop a video. Let's try to get that subscriber count up to 100 by August 1st. I believe it is very, very doable. We're sitting currently at like 72 or 75 range, somewhere around there. So I definitely think we can get to 100, so hit that subscribe. Now, Colin Cowherd believes the Minnesota Vikings are about to have a massive, successful season. Now, at first he said that we were going to go 16-1, and I did not believe that was a reality for the Minnesota Vikings, even though I am a fan just like you guys. 16-1 sounds pretty awesome, am I right? But since then, I think not only us realized the reality of the Minnesota Vikings, but Colin Cowherd did as well. Now, he still has them having a very, very successful season in which he has played at them at having a 14-3 record. It says, during a segment on the Colin Cowherd podcast, the Fox Sports commentator doubled down on his pick for the Minnesota Vikings to have a mega bounce back year after finishing last season with a losing record. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a big year. I think the Vikings are going to have an exceptional year. And I'm going to go out on a limb, 13-4 or 14-3. I know you think I'm out of my mind, okay? Don't trust the Bears. Don't trust the Lions. And since Kirk Cousins has been there, they have always played Aaron Rodgers straight up. Now, I couldn't agree more. Right? I think the Minnesota Vikings have done some pretty solid things this offseason, like getting a new general manager in Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, putting us on the right track, I believe, to having a successful year and successful year to come as well. And then with the addition of head coach Kevin O'Connell, who's an offensive-minded head coach and actually worked with Kirk Cousins in Washington, I believe that's going to help Kirk Cousins' career out tremendously. Because apparently, per linebacker, ex-Vikings linebacker Ben Lieber, he reported that Mike Zimmer and Kirk Cousins didn't get along, like at all. So you'd have to kind of wonder what that actually did for Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings last year, because there's no way it helped them and in any way. Basically, it did not help the Minnesota Vikings at all last year. So with a new head coach that has experience with Kirk Cousins and that Kirk Cousins knows and respects, you got to think that the Minnesota Vikings are about to have some fun and that Kirk Cousins is going to have one heck of a season. Now, to further go on with my point, Jordy McElroy, per the Vikings Wire, had this to say. So clearly there's reason to hope a reunion with O'Connell could do wonders for Kirk Cousins' career, like I just said. A more confident version of Cousins could take the Vikings to new heights this year, in a year where the Bears and Lions are both still trying to figure things out, while Rodgers moves forward without his favorite receiving weapon, Davante Adams in Green Bay. The NFC North really is there for the taking. I couldn't agree more. The NFC North is definitely there for the taking. The only thing that kind of makes me worried is Aaron Rodgers, obviously one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, not better than Tom Brady, in my opinion, but Aaron Rodgers is still a massive threat to worry about. He's made second round wide receivers and third round receivers Hall of Fame type guys. And we just seen it with Davante Adams, so who knows what he's going to be able to do with newly acquired Christian Watson and Allen Lazard. But I still think with losing Davante Adams, the door is now at least a little bit open for the Minnesota Vikings to take the NFC North and become kings of the NFC North once again. So whether it's 13-4, 14-3, I couldn't agree more with the Minnesota Vikings having a great season, because if you forgot, this is what I had the Minnesota Vikings going this year. I had them at 11-6, finishing the season, making the playoffs. Now, this could win the NFC North. This very easily could win the NFC North, but You never know what Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers has in store for not only the NFC North, but other divisions as well. They could have a great record. I mean, who knows? But this 11-6 record is a little bit off from Colin Cowherd's 14-3 or 13-4. Either way, 11-6, 13-4, 14-3. I'm all for it as long as we make the playoffs, because that is what the expectation has to be. Not a losing season, winning season, playoffs, and then get to that Lombardi trophy and hopefully bring it to Minnesota for the first time in NFL history. So have a great rest of your day. This has been a show by your host, Trey Wicks. Hit that subscribe and that notification bell. Skol Vikes.